Good day, everyone. Today, we are here to discuss a topic on statistics, which is the central tendency, the mean, median, and mode of ungrouped data. This group data, what we need to do is to get the values of L plus quantity n over 2 minus Cf times h over f. First thing that we need to do will be to get the median class. The median class is the one which Cf is closest but higher than n over 2. Our n over 2 is 72 over 2, and that would be 36. The value which is closest but higher than n over 2 in the Cf column will be 56. Yeah, that's it. And that will be our median class. And all we need to do is to substitute the values. The L, which is the lower limit, would be 7 right here because that is our median class. This is the upper and the lower limit. That's what we need to remember. We have our n over 2, which is 72 over 2 minus 26. Cf, this Cf here is the cumulative frequency of the group before the median class. Our median class is right here. We have 56, and what's before that is 26, and that will be our Cf multiplied to the class size. The class size will be the size of the class interval. In this case, we have, for this, we have 7 to 10. 7, 8, 9, 10. Our class size will be 4 over the frequency of the median class. The frequency of the median class is 30. And so, we have substituted all the values. All we need to do is solve. And the median will be 8.33. Always remember to take note of the MDAS. That's always is very important in like solving anything. To get the mode, we have the formula L plus F quantity Fi minus Fo times H over 2Fi minus Fo minus X sub 2. First things first, we need to get the modal class. To get the modal class, we just have to identify the class with the highest frequency. In this case, we have 30. And that will be our modal class, that line over there. And so, again, we need to substitute the values. We all know our L, 7, the lower limit of the modal class, right there, 7. And 30, which is the Fi, or the frequency of our modal class, minus 22, the Fo, that is the frequency of the class preceding the modal class, preceding or before, multiplied to the H, which is 4, over 2 times Fi, 30, minus Fo, 22, minus F sub 2. F sub 2 will be the frequency of the succeeding group of the modal class. Succeeding will be after. That is here, 16. And now we have substituted all the values. All we need to do is solve. And we get 8.45 as our mode. Always remember to take note of the MDAS once again. And one thing we should always remember is that it's not always that the median class is the same with the modal class, because in this example, the median class is the same with the modal class. And that's not always the case. Next example, we have this table of group data. Once again, we need to complete the table. We need to add the frequencies, and there we get our n, which is 20. We have to get the Cf. Once again, to get the Cf, the first one would be our n, which is 20, minus the first f, 6. We get 14 minus 7, 7 minus 5, 2. And next thing we should do is to get the x, or the midpoint of our class intervals, or the lower and upper limits. For this, we have 30 plus 40 over 2. We get 35. 20 plus 30 over 2, we get 25, and so on. Next thing we should do is to get fx, or the product of f and x. To get this, we have to multiply the values of f and x. 6 multiplied to 35, we get 210. 7 times 25, we get 175, and so on for the next rows. The next thing that we need to do is get the summation of f times x, in which we need to add all the values in this column, and we get 470. To get the mean, we have this formula, summation of fx over n, and we have the values for that, so all we need to do is substitute. So we have 470 over 20. And there we go. To get the median of this group data, we have the formula L plus quantity n over 2 minus f times h over f. First thing that we need to do is to get the median class, and that will be the CF closest but higher than n over 2, because sometimes the value is closer but it's lower than the n over 2. And in here, n over 2 is 20 over 2, which is equal to 10. In this case, that will be 14 right here. And substituting the values. For this case, we have the lower limit 20 right there. Lower and upper limit, so our lower limit is 20 plus the n over 2, which is 20 over 2, and minus the CF, or the preceding. We get 7 times 11, which is the class size, over the frequency of the median class, we get 7. And we have substituted all the values. All we need to do is to solve. We get 24.71 as the median of this group data. So once again, we need to take note of the MDAS. To get the mode of this group data, we have the formula L plus quantity Fi minus Fo times H over 2Fi minus F2. To get the mode class, what we need to do is to find the class with the highest frequency. In this case, we have 7, because it's the highest frequency that we have. There are 7. And once again, we need to substitute all the values. In this case, our lower limit is 20, because they're from our modal class, plus the frequency of the modal class, which is 7, minus the frequency of the preceding, we have 5, times the class size 11 over 2Fi7 minus F05 minus F sub 2, which is 6. That is the succeeding, or the after modal class frequency. And we have substituted all the values we need to solve, and we get 27.33 as our mode. And once again, we need to take note of the MDAS, and once again, for this case, the median class is same with the modal class, but that's not always the case. We need to remember that. That's all for this lesson. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.